They call him a genius, a comic genius, the comic's comic with a lightning-fast mind that's opened a whole new chapter in the world of improvisational comedy. Robin Williams makes it up as he goes along. The result most of the time is seamless comedy. When you talk to Robin Williams, the first thing that becomes apparent, the man loves his work.
Basically, when you laugh, you're basically making an idiot of yourself, but you have to. You know, just like when you're having sex, you're basically going, oh, God, that's fun or what? And you have that same release. You're basically going, oh, God, I'm human, oh, God.
This is the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. It's where Robin is most at home.
Oh, backstage. You want Angel? Hola, Kiso. Angel! Look here, Angel!
This is where anybody who is anybody performs. Robin shows up unannounced most of the time, and when he goes on stage, one of his stocks in trade is to ask the audience to suggest an idea, any idea. Tonight, it's his little boy.
He's 3 years old right now, which is 1,000,000 of ours. It's like living with a dead midget. I'm not going to lie to you.
Why?
Well, because the sky is blue.
No, why is it blue?
Well, because of the atmosphere.
Why is the atmosphere?
I'm not Buddha! I don't know! Ask your mother, she's omnipotent! Who are you? Why do you have to know everything?
But Robin is the first one to admit that letting his audience choose his material is a risky business.
Well, sometimes you get people, a group of people that have just come from, I don't know what happened that day. I don't know, maybe they couldn't get a handgun, but they were like, you saw them, they were just the group of the nastiest people got together, and you asked, what should we talk about? The earthquake in Mexico. You know, you're going, that's funny.
What do you want to talk about? Anything special you want to discuss? South Africa. What? South Africa. There's some funny stuff, especially right now.
South Africa, as scary as it is, you know, I mean, you can talk about it, and you have to try and say something about that. It's an incredible situation.
How do you make that funny?
Well, you basically talk about Lester Maddox going to South Africa and saying,
pardon me, I think we should talk for a moment. I did this a few years ago. It didn't work. Come over here. Listen, let me tell you something. There's 17 million black people. There's 4 million white people. The name Custer mean anything to you? I think you got a wise up.
You know, you have to basically realize that there's an essential problem here. I'd start learning some sports real quick. You know, a few hoops, baseball, I love baseball. And also start learning how to manage teams, you know. Get people, you know, you need a few Jewish people here to start negotiating some contracts, and you might have a fighting chance. I don't know.
And try to make Beirut funny.
You know, who sells insurance in Beirut? We have minute and hourly. We have a claim here. Prudential. Don't leave Rome without it. You know, we talk about people now flying there. The only people flying to Europe will be terrorists. So will you be sitting in armed or unarmed? There is room for a handgun under the seat. In case of a cabin seizure, a small burnous will fall from the ceiling. Run to the front and say a name to Allah. Pull the pin slowly. You know.
You study dialects?
I love languages. I mean, I love the concept of, you know, playing in other languages. I mean, in San Francisco, it's great because it's a smorgasbord. You've got every major neighborhood in the world. The greatest thing in the world was to see a Chinese kid in San Francisco try and talk black. Like, I tell you, chomp, I don't your job, I job you ass, don't I tell you now. I break now, I go break now. I break now, I scar the floor, don't away. There's a Statue of Liberty on the East Coast. Why can there not be a Statue of Bazaar on the West Coast?
But is improvising as easy as it looks for Williams?
It is easy right now for me because of the name. People, oh, it's him. But the dangerous part is they give you 5 minutes of grace period, but then they expect more. You've got to come out and be just as strong, if not better.
Because they know you automatically, they think funny.
Yeah, they give you 10 minutes. Then they get this whole, you know, they get this look in their eyes like, well, he's really different.
What are you throwing those up? Those are amazing. I think I have a malpractice suit here. I think I do. I think we've got a major lawsuit happening here. That's where people at home will be smoking a joint going, Jesus. Don't do that. Don't do that on 60 Minutes, man. That's all I need to see that man. I swear to God, Robin Williams jumped out of the TV, man.
After this workout at the Comedy Store, Robin was off to another club, giving himself a mild critique of his last performance.
Yeah, that was good. Oh, shut up. You didn't do well. Really? Oh, I thought so. Oh, get off it. You did do well. Thanks. No, shut up. Really? No, come on. Yeah, that was good.
At the Improv in Los Angeles, he fools around with his friend and fellow comic, Rick Overton.
Look here, Cyrus. All of what you see is yours.
Unless they bolt on the check, of course. I want them assembled into a pyramid.
If I knew what that was, I'd have them drag stones all the way from Cleveland to do it. You know, we're into an area now that may not be funny, but at least it's esoteric. Yes. So strange to see two men with towels on their heads.
Not in Hollywood.
In Hollywood, everything's different now.
But when you're doing things like that, do you ever get ahead of yourself? I mean,
Yeah, sometimes you can be talking. You can see that, too, where actually you're going, what did I say? And your mind's going, can we talk? Psst, come here. You realize you said nothing? Come here. Come here. Sometimes you'll do that. The nicest time of all is when the stuff is, it comes from a place that even you don't know about, but as it's coming out, you're going, damn, what is that? Mm-hmm. My ride is here.
I've seen Robin do 1 full hour on the stage and take a 15-minute break and get back up and do another hour of totally different material. And it was stuff that he created right on the spot.
Tom Dreesen is a regular comic on The Tonight Show and Sinatra's opening act. But way back when, a newcomer named Robin Williams was his opening act.
Now, there are comedians who can create on the spot, occasionally, every now and then, once in a while, but not consistently like he can.
But when you ask Robin who he looks up to, who influenced him, the credit goes to one man.
Jonathan has just taught me about the world is open for play. I mean, that anything and everybody is mockable in a wonderful way.
Jonathan is Jonathan Winters, the acknowledged master of improvisation.
You know, you have come to the temple of the unusual. I am Chang Wai Chi Nu Chao. Welcome, Ed Radley. Bradley, I knew I'd have it right around. Doesn't make any difference. You're in my charge. You're a very attractive man. I hope you will stay with us until the film is developed.
Oh, CBS Sports.
Hand him a hat and you'll get a 2-character play.
Hello, sport fans. An incredible day today. Bob, here's Bob Davenport. Bob is our color man, and Bob, of course, you played ball for almost 18 years, both in the National and the American. Gosh, and you've just joined us here at CBS. Must be a great thrill. It's a joke. I'm supposed to get some more money than I got. I don't care what O.J. Simpson got. He don't mean nothing to me. You understand? No, man, I've been shafted. Somebody has stroked me. Do you understand? Yeah. And that man down there from the Dominican Republic, I don't identify with him. I'm from Muncie, Indiana. I'm a Vamonos. Do you understand? Shit. Tell me something else. I ain't got no business.
Where does Winters get his characters?
All of the Americans I do are a part of me. And I say a part of me because they're a big part of me. These are people that I really grew up with. These are my tools. So if I go back to rural America, I'm calling on a lot of people that I grew up with. Some of it, granted, is exaggerated, but then so is comedy.
Jonathan says that deep down, everybody wants to be a comedian.
I think everybody wants to be funny. It's interesting. At some time or another. A lot of people will disagree with that. But we've all seen the guy at the meeting, at the convention, at the gas station, in the living room, on his porch that does this.
Guess what I am? Huh?
I don't know. You're being very foolish.
I'm a moose.
Do you do this on the porch a lot?
Yeah, I always get a laugh with it.
What do you do for a living?
Aerodynamics.
Man, we've had problems with aircraft.
Hezakya Halfway through the interview, Robin showed up and couldn't resist the chance to direct.
In this scene, I want you to play as much love as you can.
Okay.
And we'll pan back.
All right.
And
As much love as I can.
Right.
Okay. To Ed here.
Yes, and just something
Okay.
I want you to work with your
All right.
eyes.
I work with my eyes.
Let us see your eyes. Tell
Okay.
us what you really
Okay.
feel. Subtext is love.
Edward, we're going to get you through the tunnel. Now listen to us. I know you've never learned to read or write. It doesn't make any difference. You're a beautiful human being. You're going to be free. You're going to be free. You'll go north tomorrow night on the packet. You go up along the shore. They'll stick close to the shore. Thank you, incidentally, for all that money.
These two make it look easy, but Jonathan Winters has some sobering thoughts.
I think comedy is it can be, believe me, it can be an awful lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun. But how would you like to go out in front of 2,000 people, just you, and hold them for 1 hour? It's no cakewalk. It's tough.
Winters says he's died a few deaths on stage, and Robin Williams knows what that can be like for a comic.
A lot of times you'll see comics in the back will be watching another comedian, and if he's dying, they'll be laughing at the fact he's dying, but I mean, and watching him, and he knows that they know he's dying. So it's like a group of lifeguards watching a friend drown, going, "I wish I knew how to get to you, babe, but you know, that's a riptide, honey." And they'll sit and do that, and they'll try and help maybe.
But dying is not usually one of Robin's problems.
Doesn't Muammar Gaddafi look like a cross between Omar Sharif and Charles Manson? Doesn't he have that look? The handsome face, but the eyes are going, helter-skelter. Helter-skelter. Here he is making a line. He had a line of death. It's a line of death. You cross it, you die. Okay? You cross this line, you die. Okay? You cross this line, you die. Okay? You knock on my door, I'm not coming out. Nah, nah, nah.
For me, it's therapy. It's another world for me. It's such a great release, because I was trained as an actor, and I started doing comedy because I couldn't find any work in plays, and I found this place where I could do whatever I wanted, and it was me, and I didn't have to say it was someone else's words. It's basically mine, so if it didn't work, I have to take the same responsibility, but it was such freedom. It's wonderful. It's great. It's a whole other world.
Here we are, Robin Leach, Lifestyles in the Unusual and Funny. We are back at someone's backyard talking louder than anyone we've ever known. Jonathan Winters, I'm wearing a cheap suit. He's got an emblem. Let's watch. Let's see what his home is like.
They're all buried over in here. Those people wouldn't do the unusual or buried over there.
The last time we saw Robin, he was still at Jonathan Winters' house, still playing it for laughs.
Reverend Ainsley, my hands are arthritic, as you can tell.
Well, just consider him not his hands anymore, but his paws. Be ready to do this. Get a little cat tree. Don't be afraid. Say yes, yes. Don't be afraid. I'm going to put my hands on your head now.
No, but they're in my hands. Why would you put your hand on my head?
Because
there's nothing the matter with my head.
It's a two-shot. Go with me. It's a two-shot. Work with me now. Work with me, demon spirit. Bobby, get the extra.
Look at my hands. They're straight out. They're straight out.
Now you can serve things. Now you can serve things. Go table for tea. Table for tea.
No, but I can't get them back that way. How do you get them back for...
Look, horrible. This is called mime syndrome. A tendency to be in a box for no reason for horrible long periods. Tendency to walk against the wind when there is no wind. Won't you please help? A mime is a terrible thing to waste.
You heard what he said. Mime is a terrible thing to waste.
Look at this.
This also means surrender.
It's also basic Egyptian army training course. Okay, ready? Drop gun. Again. One more time. Drop gun. Again. Drop gun. Again.
God in heaven. All this money.
Right, Steve. Thank you. Who knows what kind of catalytic reaction you would get putting Robin Williams and Walter Matthau in a movie together, but it has been done. A movie that opened yesterday called The Survivors. And Pat Collins had a chance to muse on the movie and the career of Robin Williams with none other than the zany fellow himself. Pat?
Yes, an interview with Robin is like no other experience. And since last we saw Robin Williams, he and his wife have had a baby boy. Robin has grown a beard for a film about a Russian saxophone player, and he has made this movie called The Survivors with Walter Matthau. They are the oddest couple, two New Yorkers down on their luck who team up to combat urban madness and a few other things after a chance meeting in a coffee shop.
sensitive guy in the world, but I can see that you got some kind of trouble, and you probably feel a lot better if you unload it on somebody. So if you want to talk about what's bothering you, go do it someplace else, okay?
I love working with Walter. It's a real great thrill to be in a movie with him. I thought at first when I heard this it was going to be a human smorgasbord, but no, it was an incredible idea. Yeah, it was. I learned a lot though. When I watch him, he's done so much, and you know, he can. I would do like 5 minutes of strangeness, and he could top it off with just an eyebrow, and I went, oh, ooh, too cold, too cold. I mean, he could sit back, and he knows when to wait, and he knows when to make his move, and he just sits back. You know, he can get top a scene off with a look, which made me go, oh, teach me these boss. We had a good time, and Jerry Reed was great too. I think Jerry Reed's like a combination of Mr. Rogers and Clint Eastwood. It's a nice day in the neighborhood. Can you say sit down? We had, yeah, it's an interesting combination.
Are you concerned with how the survivors will do at the box office?
Well, I want the kid to go to college. I have hopes of that. I think you worry about it sometimes. Yeah, you don't, even though you may say you don't, you do. And even the reviews, too. You know, sometimes you read them and go, well, no, it's fine. Then you close it out. It gets you. I mean, that's why I ran 6 miles today. I was going, okay, yeah, okay. You go out and run as far as you can till your body goes, well, are you done? Yeah, I'm fine. It stings. Making a movie is almost like having a child. It's almost the same period of time. You know, you spent 3 or 4 months making the film, then they edited it for 5 months, and then it'd be weird. We'll review, every time they review a film, it's a little bit strange. It's like when someone say, your kid is kind of homely. And you go, oh, no, baby not homely. And then you always feel, it's a little strange. You know, you feel, it stings, it does. But you also have to take the attitude, you got to pay some money, Jack, so you better toughen up.
Robin, being a parent changes everyone. Did it change you?
You went through this whole thing, the Lamaze training, and which we did these deep breathing exercises, which eventually evolved into give me medication. So it was, the whole process. He showed up, and they said we're going to have a baby. I said, no, bovine residue, that's a little old man. He looked like Gandhi when he came out. I expected him to come out going, where is the breast? I cannot eat till there's the end of all this war. We must stop now. He looked like Gandhi. They came out, here's your baby. No, that's Gandhi. No, please, give me a loincloth. And then put him in a diaper. That is Gandhi. I'm going to, look at we now. Who can make the worst? The Gandhi man can. Yeah, I can't wait for his first date, though. That'll be wonderful. Come on and say, Zachary, I'd like to meet your date. Hello, Bob. It's so far hard to find formal chaps. You know, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I mean, I'm looking forward to all sorts of things with him. Except reading him started reading him stories and stuff and have him go, no, seriously, where are the special effects? No, come on. Oh, it's exciting.
How will you someday explain Mork and Mindy to little Zachary?
I ain't gonna leave town. Got to do what a man's got to do when a man's got to do it.
So what do you got to do?
I got to hide.
Well, Zachary, Daddy makes people laugh. No, really.
No, Father, tell me honestly, what do you do? You're in the government, you're in the CIA.
No, Daddy's a comedian.
No, seriously. What do? You can't make a living at that, can you?
Robin Williams indeed making a living at that. I think this man, Robin Williams and Richard Pryor, are probably the two best, most important comic minds we have. And also, like Richard, though, the movies he's in this case, The Survivors, and there are other cases, are never as good as he is. It's certainly true of Richard Pryor's career, and it's true of Robin's. I mean, it's hard. It's like putting lightning in a bottle, and the vehicles are never really equipped to handle them. They're this big, and the vehicles are this big.
Because Garp just barely did all right.
Critically and deservedly well received, but box office. But all these things they have to worry about.
Clint Eastwood and Mr. Rogers.
What a combination!
Yes. We'll take a short break.
Are they next?
Be back with a ride with Bill in the sky in a moment.